We use the science-based approach to come up with a perfectly viable method. We have to recreate a marine environment in the back of my nose. And that's what I did.
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman. I'm no Superman.
So basically, I think the problem with medical science is that it lacks innovation. People are afraid to innovate and try new ideas out in medical science. And as a result, we don't really step forward. We just keep doing the same things over and over again because they get results.
I hear you. Okay.
So I decided to innovate and apply a science-based approach. Why is your nose blocked when you have the flux, as we suspect I now have?
Yes.
Well, did you know it's not blocked because there's stuff up there?
Yes.
It's blocked because up there's like a little hole that can close itself and open itself.
Right.
And what happens?
Like a little sphincter.
Like a little sphincter at the top of your nose, two of them on each side. And what happens is they close. Because you know sometimes you blow your nose and a little bit comes out, but it's still stuffy.
Oh, I hear you.
That's because the sphincter at the top of your nose is closed.
Okay.
Now, why is it closed?
Well, this is the question I'm asking myself.
So why do you close the door at night? To stop bad things coming in.
Stop the bad boys coming.
Stop bad boys coming in. And that's what your nose is doing. It's detecting too much carbon dioxide up there because all the flux bacteria up here, they're breathing. And they're breathing out carbon dioxide.
Okay.
So then your nose is detecting the carbon dioxide and be like, nah, there's something wrong outside. There's too much carbon dioxide. Let's close the door.
Jesus, Tom.
Yeah. See? We've applied science.
You've me convinced. How do I invest?
Well, here's the thing. What we now need to do is either A, convince the nose it's a high oxygen environment by releasing pure oxygen up in our nose. We can't do that.
We don't have the means or the technology.
What would be better is to get rid of the flux viruses
that are up there
and causing the spike in carbon dioxide. Now, how do you kill small things?
You give them a good bashing.
You can give them a good bashing if you have a few.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Like, for example, you've got a bag of kittens that you just don't want anymore. Where do you throw them?
It's an old farming method.
Yeah, you throw them in the sea. So what you have to do, now that we've applied a science-based approach, the answer is perfectly obvious.
We don't condone any of that nonsense.
No, unless you have got the flux.
It's an example.
We use the science-based approach to come up with a perfectly viable method. We have to recreate a marine environment in the back of my nose. And that's what I did.
Did you submerge?
It's a large syringe. I'll go get it for you.
A large syringe?
It's a large syringe that I use for turkey basting. And like when I cook chicken for Sunday roasts.
Yes. Do you baste the chicken, do you?
Well, I put this inside it and then I inject a mixture of like oil, salts, aromatics behind the lemons. So I took this and I filled it with water and salt.
You're one wacky bastard, you know that? Please continue. Sorry.
I performed this procedure multiple times while I've been ill. Michael, as I'm telling you this, I'm beginning to think the reason I've been ill for a week and a half, I might not have been ill. It might have just been this. Sorry, you've got now the diseased water on you.
Jesus.
This might be why this illness has lasted so long, because I've been injecting salt water. Okay. I make the ocean water myself using tap water and marine salt. You can use any salt you want for this procedure, by the way.
Yes, okay.
Himalayan,
don't be fussy about the salt.
Kosher, rock salt.
You're naming salts.
You can maybe use have you ever made garlic salt or chili salt, where you cut the chilies up and you put them in salt and the salt absorbs the flavor?
I've never made it, but I love the sound of it.
Yeah. So she's been making garlic salt recently. You get the garlic cloves, you chop them up, and then you sprinkle them in salt, and then you just put it in a pot, and the salt absorbs the garlic, and it makes everything taste delicious.
It sounds lovely, but come here, you're not putting that up your nose, surely?
I'm just wondering if that have any antiseptic properties.
Well, it might, but it also might make you bleed out your fucking eyes.
Yeah, well, this is one of the things that happens. Like, you have to inject the whole thing up there.
There's no half measures.
No, because I looked at a diagram of the inside of your head, and did you know in your nose there's like cavities?
Oh, yeah, there's a bit of a hole back there.
You have to flood every single one of them with salt water.
To get rid of
the badness, to drown the tiny kitten virus things.
So I hear you now. So
Yeah,
to reflect, is back to the kitten thing. We're looking to drown these organisms that are living in your nose
in salt water. Yeah,
in salt water.
yes.
Okay, and we're having varying degrees of success with this, or you've been having varying degrees of success with
Yeah,
this.
well, I think there's probably like bits of chicken and oil in here as well that,
That
were
could be-
also getting injected
Yeah,
into my nose.
it could be counteracting your efforts if you got too much chicken. I don't know, chicken skin or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe like the salt water would be like sterile, but then like
Yeah.
maybe the chicken's unsterile in the other direction. It's like having an acid and an alkali, isn't it? Like
It is.
there's no point putting like a little bit of vinegar in bleach because it's still really bleachy.
I hear you, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like
What happened?
maybe the filthy chicken bacteria isn't getting counteracted by the homemade ocean.
I hear you.
Right, but anyway, so you inject it up and it really does feel like drowning,
Okay.
but you breathe through your mouth and like, you know, it's working when you start crying salt water. And you
Okay.
do it, and then what will happen after about 5-10 minutes? Like you can't inject it too fast, otherwise, like it can hurt. You get a nosebleed. But after like 5-10 minutes,
Yes.
it comes out the other side.
Wow.
So you inject the water in this, and it does the whole circuit.
Yeah.
Comes out the other side
Okay.
with all sorts of gunk,
All sorts of nasty things.
things you haven't seen in years.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Bits
you
of
ever put
Lego.
bits of Lego? Yeah,
Oh.
spare change,
Jesus. Huh?
birth certificate.
When you think of some of the things put up your nose, like
Yeah, yeah.
let's not go down that road. But
Yes.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that was my medical procedure, and I'm not sure if it made the situation better or worse, but
Come here, Tom.
I
By
was
Jesus,
performing it.
well, you are a medical marvel. There's no two ways about it, Tom.
Yeah,
And like your varying ailments and your self-diagnosis
mhm.
and how do you say diagnosis is that the plural of
Diagnoses.
diagnoses self-diagnoses your little home remedies. I mean, you're a regular jack of all trades when it comes to the medical world.
I'm like Louis Pasteur, the guy
Yeah.
who invented needles.
You're a savant of,
yeah.
of medical advice.
Because he injected him. Didn't he infect himself with smallpox? And then, well, no, he might have infected the kid who worked for him with smallpox and injected them with his
Lab boy.
with his invention, and it was the first vaccine.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me.
Well, Tom, you're a pioneer.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
and it was fun.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind of.
I think you're on the mend.
I'm feeling much better
I mean,
now.
if you like, if we contrast your voice on Sunday
Mhm.
and your voice now, night and day.
Yeah, I mean, I did stop performing the procedure on Monday night as well, and I have started feeling better since then. So it's possible.
There might be something to it.
Yeah, well, I think further examination is required. I'll have to
Well,
run the tests again
Listen,
sometime.
yeah, it needs to be peer reviewed. There's a lot of steps still to go through
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I need to write a peer-reviewed journal.
Yeah.
Dear Health and Medicine, I have been injecting seawater and
It's Tom
moldy
again.
chicken. It's Tom. Dear Health and Medicine, I'm back.